and Tyler made a desperate dash on foot. He didn't get far.
Feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. Only time I feel pain when I'm feeling love.
It's your boy, Goose, man, with another reaction, man. Look, this video is gonna be jaw-dropping dash cams. Let me scoot over. Yeah, dash cam videos. Yeah. It's a compilation, so sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your yes, whatever you need, get your yes. But dang, something on my foot. But if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your post notifications on turn your post notifications on if you want to know when I drop my next videos. And that will be every morning at 10, man. I keep telling y'all that. Every morning at 10. Every morning at 10. Every morning at 10. Nah, let me get y'all over there, though. Let me get y'all over there. Jaw-dropping dash cams. Here he is.
Are you the only one in the vehicle? Yes. Okay.
Hey, adrenaline junkies, buckle up, because we're delivering the craziest chases, insane stunts, and heart-stopping action. Full throttle adrenaline all the way.
Damn.
Get ready to unleash pure rush.
Damn.
Let's go. Georgia's highway patrol doesn't mess around when it comes to speed. With a fleet of Dodge Chargers and a new arsenal of souped-up Chevrolet Camaros added in 2022, they're built to catch almost anything on the road. But on March 27, 2022, a different beast tried to outrun them. A 2015 BMW clocked at 108 miles per hour in a 65 zone. The driver, Deontay Dougherty. Trooper Swain pulled up behind the speeding BMW and followed as it veered off the highway. For a second, it looked like Deontay was going to pull over on the exit ramp, but then he floored it. Behind the wheel, Deontay had two young women with him, something the officers might not have known at the time. But that didn't change his actions. Up until now, he'd kept the chase on I-75, northwest of downtown Atlanta. But then, he made a risky decision, diving straight into the heart of the city. Flying through red lights and cutting across traffic with zero concern for anyone's safety, it was clear this chase needed to end fast. One wrong move at those speeds, and it could have been catastrophic.
Somebody get south of us. We're coming back up towards the spring, towards the 10th.
You better know your damn streets, boy. Boy don't know his streets.
Clear, clear, clear. Clear left, clear right.
That's a beautiful ass city. That's a nice city. That's a nice city.
I can see clear left. I can see clear right.
Finally, after a wild pursuit through the city streets, Deontay lost control and collided with multiple cars. When the dust settled and the sirens faded, the officers approached, ready to make the arrest. In a bizarre turn, Deontay and the troopers shared a few laughs about their cars. Even he had to admit, the GSP's Charger Hellcats were on a whole different level. He was slapped with a laundry list of charges, fleeing, reckless driving, and speeding. And with the damage done to several vehicles, it's still unclear who's footing the repair bill. One thing's for sure, hopefully, everyone had good insurance, because outrunning the law, that's a price no one wants to pay.
Boy, he gonna have some debt on his ass when he get out of that motherfucking jail. Debt like a motherfucker.
An ordinary day on I-30 turned into a high-stakes pursuit for Arkansas State Police Officer Corbin Freeman. He was cruising eastbound when a speeding BMW roared up behind him, weaving dangerously through traffic. But as soon as the driver spotted Trooper Freeman's patrol car, he backed off the gas, trying to play it cool.
Got him.
Freeman wasn't fooled. He tailed the BMW, trying to catch a glimpse of the license plate. Then he decided it was time to act, flashing the lights for a traffic stop. But the second they blinked on, the young driver punched it and took off. Freeman went on the offensive, trying to set up a pit maneuver to end things quickly. But with traffic building up in the opposite lane, he had to pull back. One wrong move, and the BMW could have jumped the median and crashed head-on into someone. So Freeman stayed hot on his tail, watching as the driver blew through red lights and threaded the needle between cars.
You think he know how to drive? You think he know how to drive?
Seizing an opening, Freeman went for another pit maneuver. But this driver wasn't giving up without a fight. He swerved out of the way and kept on running.
That motherfucker going slow down. No. Why he ain't called him yet? Me. Like he at the parking lot. He in the park and everything. He ain't playing.
Coming back up University.
The chase eventually led into a parking lot, where the driver abandoned the car and bolted on foot. Freeman followed, leaping over a chain-link fence. But as he climbed, his hand slipped, slicing open the sharp metal. Bleeding and in pain, he had no choice but to stop the chase. And back at the car, Freeman found the driver's 16-year-old brother still sitting inside. Police contacted the boy's mother, who claimed her son was driving someone else's car. But when they searched it, they found more than just a reckless teen driver. Inside was 21.6 grams of prescription pills and a digital scale, a clear sign of something much bigger at play. This was no ordinary traffic stop. It was a dangerous game of cat and mouse that ended with shattered fences, bloodied hands, and a major drug bust. Test driving a car usually means taking it for a spin around the block. But for Melina, it meant driving off with a brand new Honda Civic without paying a dime.
She zoomed right past the police, nigga. No cares. Boy, it's dangerous as hell driving over here. It's dangerous. And they ain't get no flats. That's crazy. That's crazy. No flats.
I'll take the radio. We're southbound now, approaching 5th Street.
Oh, that shit just kicking up.
Getting to 36th Street.
Oh, she can drive. She can drive. All right, now. You gotta get her police officer because she's doing too much on you. She fucking you up.
Hey, we're still southbound. It's approaching 2nd Street.
She hit a car. She hit the truck.
Melina's joyride came to a screeching halt when she lost control, slamming into multiple vehicles and then smashing headfirst into a concrete barrier.
Damn.
The Civic was totaled, but Melina still wasn't ready to surrender.
Hey, right before the exit to 25th Street, Miami, start fire. 25 short fire. Down.
Well, she got a gun?
With the driver's side door jammed shut, she squeezed through the passenger window and made a desperate leap into the water below. Lucky for her, it was deep enough to break her fall. Officers quickly tossed her safety ropes, but Melina wasn't having it. She rejected their help, struggling to stay afloat. It took officers diving in themselves to save her from drowning. After a brief struggle,
You gonna jump in the water, can't swim? Oh no! What was the point? What was the point, woman? Oh
in
man!
the water, they dragged her back to dry land and slapped on the cuffs. Melina was hit with charges of battery on a police officer and grand theft auto, landing her a spot in the Miami-Dade County Jail.
Really?
We all
Thinking she jumped in that motherfucker because she was about to Michael Phelps that bitch. She's about to be gone. I'm thinking she about to be gone, nigga. No, she up there drowning. She drowning. Nigga, get your ass up.
all know that
I'd
type
have
of
been mad if I was
driver,
a police
the
officer.
ones who think the rules don't apply to them. Those arrogant folks zooming down the shoulder, cutting in line like they're VIPs in a traffic jam. But there's nothing sweeter than seeing them get what they deserve. And that's exactly what happened on May 11th, 2020.
Might have some damage.
Damn, I thought he was about to hit it. If he
Now,
would have hit
English
the corner,
roads aren't
he's
exactly
stupid.
built for
He probably
high-speed
would've
chases.
got away.
Our driver, Simon, must have figured that out way too late. Turns out he and his buddy Dean weren't just in a rush, they were running. And for good reason. They had 5 kilograms of hard drugs worth £500,000 stashed away.
Well, it's
Nigga,
stand by.
you gonna
I've
go
got one
through
out
our
in
window,
front. It
don't
is
go-
off-road. It's one out and running. The driver's
I know.
still in the
This-
vehicle. We're onto
Yeah.
grassland. Passenger,
Yeah, what are you at?
OC1, green top.
Simon tried playing it cool, telling the cops he bought his $100,000 BMW with money he made from breeding dogs and chopping trees. Yeah, right. We're not buying it. Pretty sure those funds came from a more illicit trade. As for Dean, he tried to disappear by hailing a cab like nothing happened, but he made one big mistake, ditching his backpack in a bush. The cops found it in no time. The result? 7 years behind bars for Simon and 6 for Dean. Guess cutting the line wasn't worth it after all.
That's just dumb. Y'all already got the drugs. Y'all already selling shit. Come on, bro. Follow the rules. Just follow the rules. It's not that hard. You're selling drugs. You're making good money. Follow the rules. Come on. Because you bought the car. You bought the car and selling drugs, so you might as well. Follow the rules, man.
A night 23-year-old Layman Rashid would regret forever. It started off as a routine stop. Layman pulled over, and the officer approached his window. But then things took a wild turn. In the blink of an eye,
Yeah, his foot was on the brake. I wouldn't even got out the car yet.
Layman stomped on the gas, and that Hellcat roared to life, leaving the officer in the dust. Take a look at how fast he creates a gap. Thankfully, it was nearly 4 a.m., and the road was mostly deserted.
What
But
if he
now,
would've hit the
our
lights on?
trooper was in a race, hitting over 150 miles per hour just to keep up. Layman had a plan. Stick to the highway.
Yes.
No red lights to worry about, just open road.
He really has. He's so scary, he can't drive. He would have been out of there. Hit the lights. Leave.
He thought his Hellcat could outmuscle any police cruiser. But that confidence crumbled when another officer threw down a set of spike strips right in his path. Here's the thing. Once those spikes do their job, it's game over. The tires deflate
was a good
slowly,
throw.
preventing dangerous blowouts. And before you know it, the ride's done. Layman knew his run was up. He pulled over, ending the chase. The aftermath: a string of charges, DUI, fleeing a traffic stop, and reckless driving. But you have to give credit to the officers. They were concerned for his safety, despite the chaos he caused. Lehman put his life and countless others at risk. And now, he's paying the price. August 23rd, 2022, a day that started with a...
He would have got away if he was smart. Because he had a big gap on y'all ass. He should have hit the lights. Hey, you know what? Don't even look at me as a... Because I've been having comments saying, oh, you got a criminal mindset. You know, I don't got no criminal mindset. I'm just saying, if he wanted to really get away, he could have. Shit.
The routine traffic stop and quickly escalated into a high-speed cat-and-mouse game. In Arkansas, officers pulled over a silver Corvette, all because of some illegal window tints. Nothing major, right? But what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. As soon as the Corvette came to a halt, the driver hit the gas, only to stop abruptly moments later to let his passenger bail out. Clearly, the guy in the passenger seat wanted nothing to do with whatever was about to go down.
On me, he said, let me
With
get
the door
out.
shut, the Corvette tore off again. Our officer tried to keep up, but it was like chasing a ghost. The Corvette disappeared from view in seconds.
Homie was like, I'm getting out. You know what, police? If you want to, you know what? I'm just gonna walk then. I'm going ahead. Y'all go get him, okay?
Minutes later, there's a glimpse. The Corvette shows up again, tauntingly close, only to vanish once more.
You gotta go park that motherfucker. Tripping.
With rain now pouring down and visibility getting worse, the chase was called off for safety. Frustratingly, it turned out this Corvette wasn't just any car. It had a special license plate usually reserved for law enforcement, but a quick Google search revealed that anyone can apply for one. Akeem Rich. On March 10th, 2021, a Lake County Sheriff's deputy clocked him doing 78 miles per hour in a 55 zone. The deputy rolled up on his motorcycle and asked Akeem to lower his window. But here's the thing. Our motorcycle cop knew better than to risk his life chasing down this repeat offender. He already had Akeem's face and license plate on camera. It wouldn't take long for the team back at HQ to track him down. 19 days later, they did just that. With a warrant in hand, officers surrounded Akeem's car at his apartment complex in Leesburg. But they should have known Akeem wasn't going down without a fight.
The fuck is that?
As officers closed in, Akeem floored it, nearly clipping one deputy in the process. He darted past another patrol unit and hit the open road, weaving through traffic and blasting through red lights like a bat out of hell. The chase was on. Up ahead.
Some of these police officers don't know how to drive neither. Let's put that out there. Some of their ass don't know how to drive neither.
An officer readied spike strips at an intersection, hoping to put an end to the madness. But Akeem pulled a last-second maneuver, dodging the spike.
That was shitty. Come on now.
Spikes completely.
Tyler, did you get him?
That was a shitty spike. Right through.
The chase only got crazier as he sped through residential streets, showing zero concern for anyone's safety.
We've been requested.
Can they just not throw the spikes? Like, what is that? He hit the car. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got one job. You got one job, G. Pick the motherfuckers
An
up.
undercover
Come on.
unit tried keeping up.
If I was one, I was like, what are you doing? Come on, pick the motherfucker. Come on.
But the officer ended up skidding off the road and losing ground. After recovering, the undercover officer sped back into the chase, now armed with something special, a Star Chase dart. Think of it like a gadget straight out of a Bond movie. Mounted on the front bumper, this device can be fired from inside the car, attaching a GPS tracker to the back of a suspect's vehicle. With Akeem's car tagged, there was no more hiding. He eventually ditched the vehicle and tried to disappear into the nearby apartment complex, but officers were hot on his trail. While some deputies searched his abandoned car, others pursued Akeem on foot. He was finally cornered and arrested. The charges: fleeing, aggravated assault, and driving with a suspended license. After all his stunts and near misses, Akeem's joyride ended with him back in cuffs. It's a perfect reminder: run all you want, but eventually, the law catches up. Police in Ocala had their sights set on 24-year-old Tyler Faye Consolo, and he wasn't going to make things easy for them. According to Tyler, it all started when he was just minding his own business at a gas station. That's when, he claims, someone tried to rob him. So naturally, his response was to stomp on the gas and race out of there, hitting speeds over 3 times the legal limit and swerving like a madman. The Florida police had been tailing him ever since he peeled out of the gas station in Ocala. Officers tried pulling him over, but Tyler wasn't stopping. He'd barreled through a residential area, mowing down a mailbox and leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. The car skidded to a halt, and Tyler made a desperate dash on foot.
Why you didn't just open the door? Bro, why didn't you just open the door? Why did you? Did he just headbutt the window?
Skidded to a halt, and Tyler made a desperate dash on foot. He didn't get far.
He a dumbass.
A K9 unit was hot on his heels, and the next thing
gosh.
Tyler knew, the dog had its teeth sunk deep into his leg. When officers finally cuffed him, Tyler stuck to his story about the attempted robbery. But if that was true, why didn't he stop to ask for help? And what about that fence he smashed through? And to top it all off, on the way to the hospital, Tyler admitted he'd been using drugs that night, among other substances.
Yeah,
The
I know
result?
more.
He was hit with a laundry list of charges: DUI, fleeing, and resisting arrest. Oh, and that headbutt he used to break through the car window.
Oh my God!
Officers couldn't help but joke.
That's why he did that, because he was high as shit. Oh my! Well, I was like, why he didn't just open the door? Like,
Well, that's one way to use your head. Tyler's wild story started with an unbelievable excuse and ended with him in handcuffs. If he thought he could outrun the law with that tail, he's got a lot more time to think things over in a jail cell. Cabrisha, Ledwana Caldwell, managed to stay off the radar for 4...
What kind of name, boy?
Cabrisha, Ledwana Caldwell, managed to stay off the radar for 4 long years. A Florida Highway Patrol officer pulled her over, and in an instant, all her carefully laid plans began to unravel. When the officer approached, he noticed Cabrisha was visibly shaking, eyes darting nervously between the officer and her purse in the back seat. The officer asked her to step out of the car, and that's when Cabrisha made her move. She stomped on the gas and blasted down the highway, taking the Collins Road exit. The officer lit up his sirens, and the chase was on.
Oh, now it's all clicking to me. Hold on. That's why when police officers see somebody pulled over, they pull up behind them, just in case the motherfucker dart off, you know. Then they can hop on them, like, while they car still running and shit. They can, okay, I get it now, okay. But 3-4, that's overdoing it, you know. 3-4 is overdoing it. I'm just saying.
Cabrisha veered into a shopping plaza, weaving through the crowded parking lot, then swung back onto the main road as if she could somehow outmaneuver the police. But this wasn't over yet. With police hot on her tail, she tried every trick she could think of, darting through traffic, blowing through intersections, and disregarding everyone's safety.
She's about to
Out
get
of options, Cabrisha aimed for her final escape route, the front doors of a Home Depot. She jumped out of the car and ran inside, hoping to vanish among the aisles of lumber and power tools. But police weren't far behind. They stormed in and apprehended her right in the middle of the store. We believe she's the only fugitive ever caught inside a Home Depot. Interestingly, her arrest report lists her primary language as Italian, though she didn't speak a single word of it while sitting in the back of the patrol car. Maybe it was a paperwork error, or just one more oddity in Cabrisha's wild story. It wasn't until after her arrest that officers discovered the real reason she was so desperate to escape. Cabrisha had outstanding warrants in 5 different counties for a laundry list of crimes: grand theft, petty theft, possessing someone else's ID, and illegal use of a credit card. A known drug addict from Marion County, Florida, a 2015 Hyundai Elantra. The stolen car was cruising down Abshore Boulevard when Sheriff's Deputy Samantha Horn spotted it heading southeast. A quick computer check confirmed it.
Get out the way, shit.
This was the vehicle they'd been hunting for, and with that, the chase was on. Ignoring the flashing lights and sirens, they floored it, speeding down the boulevard, determined to escape. Up ahead, officers had already deployed spike strips across the road, hoping to put an end to this dangerous pursuit. Harley didn't even try to swerve. He drove straight over the spikes, shredding one of his tires.
Damn!
As the Elantra slowed to a crawl, he drove straight over the spikes, shredding one of his tires. As the Elantra slowed to a crawl, officers moved in and forced the car to a stop. With nowhere left to run, Harley and Harrison were finally cornered and taken into custody. Harley was slapped with a long list of charges, including grand theft auto, fleeing, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Harrison wasn't off the hook either. Officers found a needle stashed in the passenger door, landing him a possession charge of his own. Harley and Harrison might have thought they could outrun the law, but this isn't a video game. There's no reset button when reality catches up. Little Rock, Arkansas. State Trooper Rodney Dunn clocked a red SUV speeding at 84 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. He flipped on his lights and initiated a pursuit. The driver, Janice Harper, did something unexpected. Instead of pulling over, she slowed down, turned on her hazard lights, and kept driving. To Trooper Dunn, it seemed like Harper was refusing to comply. So, he made a snap decision that changed everything. He moved in and executed a pit maneuver, spinning her vehicle and sending it crashing into the median. In an instant, the SUV flipped, landing on its roof. Smoke billowed from the undercarriage, airbags were deployed, and the vehicle was a crumpled mess. Trooper Dunn immediately called for EMS and ran over to check on the driver, unsure of the damage he'd just caused. That's when he heard something that made his heart sink. Harper was pregnant. She explained that she hadn't pulled over right away because she didn't feel safe stopping on the narrow shoulder. She wanted to wait until she reached the Vandenberg Boulevard exit, which was just a mile away. But Dunn argued she should have pulled over, regardless. Fortunately, Harper escaped with minor injuries, and her unborn child was unharmed. But the incident didn't end there. Harper filed a lawsuit against Trooper Dunn, claiming the pit maneuver was completely unnecessary and put both her and her baby's lives at risk. She argued that the hazards and reduced speed were a clear indication that she intended to comply. She just needed a safe place to stop. The lawsuit alleged that Trooper Dunn's maneuver was performed negligently, resulting in the dangerous flip. In the end, the Arkansas State Police decided to settle the lawsuit. They acknowledged that Dunn's actions had put Harper and her unborn child in harm's way. Her case sent shockwaves through the department, leading to a reevaluation of how pit maneuvers are used. Harper's legal battle didn't just end with a settlement. It led to policy changes within the Arkansas State Police, reshaping how and when officers can deploy pit maneuvers during pursuits. One woman's terrifying experience on a July night ended up changing the rules for law enforcement across the state. Proof that sometimes, even in the heat of a high-speed chase, safety and understanding should come first. May 19th, 2021. It's just after 7 a.m. in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when police receive a call that sets off a wild chain of events. A group of 5 juveniles packed into a stolen black Infiniti QX60 was caught red-handed trying to break into a garage.
Man? What's up? Come get y'all damn kids, man.
But before the homeowner could intervene, they jumped back into their getaway car and sped off. An APB was put out on the stolen vehicle. It didn't take long for officers to spot the SUV cruising down Interstate 95. They flipped on their lights and sirens, signaling the driver to pull over. But these kids weren't interested in giving up. Chaos erupted as the Infiniti weaved through traffic at high speed.
They rolling that motherfucker. Badass kids. Man,
Remarkably, despite the dangerous speeds and reckless behavior, nobody was serious.
What the fuck is you doing? They flipped over. What is you doing? Now they probably dead. The first flip probably just injured them. You just killed at least one of them. What is he doing?
Remarkably, despite the dangerous speed,
Little dude was getting out of the car, bro.
Remarkably, despite the dangerous speeds and reckless behavior, nobody was seriously injured in the incident. All 5 juveniles were transported to Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And while
boy. But it didn't look like little dude got hit, though. I know y'all seen that. I know they bad, man, but dang, they flipped over. There's no need to do the extra bump. There was no need for that, boy.
they were all charged for their crimes, the details remain under wraps because they're minors.
Man. If you made it this far, hold on. All right. If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe, and in the comments, let me know how you if you enjoyed yourself, how you feel about the video that we just watched. Let me know. And if you haven't already, turn your post notifications on so you will know when I drop my next video. Every morning at 10. Every morning. If I don't drop a video at 10, well, not sometimes it ain't gonna be 10. Because uploading be going slow sometimes and stuff like that. But if I don't upload that day, that morning, you can unsubscribe. But that's how much faith I have in myself that I'm gonna upload every day. I want to continue to grow. Let's continue to get better. Let's continue to keep engaging with each other so we can bring the world to engage with in the videos with us. Sooner or later, we're gonna have a big family in this motherfucker. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, man. Every morning at 10. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Goose out.